So before this video starts, I'm actually giving away an SSA billet fuel rail for free. If you want to find out how to win, there should be a link in the description, and watch that video on how to find out how to win. So I've already took the front bumper off and grille, and I've just taken the air filter off the turbo. I've already took the front bumper off because it's a lot more room to get to the booster pipes and like oil feed pipe and the return pipe. Also I've just got to jack it up to the downpipe off the exhaust, and then I've got to take the rad out, and then the turbo should bolt out. But with these coolant pipes, there's already one really soft, which one will come out really easy, and this one's really hard. That means this one's just scrap really, but we're going to use these anyway because we're going to run coolant lines off the TD04 turbo and make some nice braided lines to the thermostat housing. So I'm just taking the boost pipe now off. I've already took the 2 bolts off the turbo charge pipe, so I'm just taking off this Jubilee off so I can pull this intercooler piping out of the way. So there we have it. Intercooler piping is out now. It's a new one you have to actually do to get this turbo kit off. Just one pipe, because there's nothing, it's not like a TD04. So the car's in the air now on the jack. Just gonna get the downpipe off from the exhaust. So there's only 2 14 bolts. So the downpipe's off, it's just holding in by the studs because it's gonna catch this, so I'm gonna have to pull the turbo off and try and make a way to get the studs out as well. I just cracked off the banjo bolt for the turbo feed, so that just should slide out now. Forgot to put gloves on, so yeah, make sure you do keep these copper washers. There's one on the banjo already, and there's like a one at the back, as you can see. Make sure you keep these, and when you take the turbo kit back off, well, you take it off, put these washers back into there. Okay, that's on there, off. So all we're going to do underneath now, that's all done, all the turbo side, and of course the downpipe's done. Just going to drain the rad out, because it's going to have a Civic half rad in, because the turbo kits won't fit, or you get designed one to fit with the rad. I'm pretty sure they bought the one with you can't. So we're going to take this rad out as well, drain all the coolant system, get that out, and then we can start unbolting the turbo from the head, and it should just pop out now. And pretty simple to do these are. So current draining all the current out the drain plug of the rad. There's that much coolant in it really. This car's just come down for just to check over and everything now. It just wants a TD04 kit, and it's going to need E-managed blue to get some nice 200 over brake. It'll be about 220 to 210. Put this drain plug in because it's going everywhere the coolant is. So I'm going to just take it off the coolant pipes now, and these brackets, what they're holding by, just some 10 mils, and normally 12 mils. So put these 10mm brackets and the coolant pipes off, and this rad will pull out. And make sure you do disconnect the rad for the, oh, it's already disconnected. This fan here, there's a, should be a plug. Where's the plug? Yeah, it's down there. Someone's already disconnected it. So let's get this rad out now. So that's it now. That rad is out. Yeah, it's a lot easier to get to these pipes here now. Just remember that this one's still hard as well, so just gotta be careful. Get them off, hopefully you can save them, but ideally it needs replacing because this one's soft, you can squeeze. When they go hard, they're normally damaged, and like when you do take them off, they're normally cracking off or something. So that's anything I've got to do now, and then start taking these 14mm nuts on the turbo off the head. So I just remembered now, that's all I have to do is this. But I just remembered you've got to take off the power steering pump to get to this 14mm nut behind the turbo. So that's all you got to do, just take off the power steering pump so you can access that bolt. It's not very awkward to get out, and then we should be able to pull the turbo kit off them. So when you do take these power steering pumps off, there's a bolt holding this in here, and then you got to slacken this 12mm and take out the 14mm where it bolts into the bracket to the head, and this power steering belt will come loose, and you should be able to pull this out of the way so you can access the 40mm bolt. So I just remembered with the GTs they have a screen washer bottle and a coolant bottle here, so you got to take it out. There's only two 10mm holding in by the wing. There should be two vacuum lines as well for the washers. That's all disconnected now, and there should be a plug what goes into here as well. So this engine loom's been out before because I can't pull the power steering pump too far out, so I'm just leaning out on the head at the moment, so I can just get a ratchet just enough so I can crack this bolt. So the new TD04 turbo is on now. Nice Weber TD04, 19 tooth hybrid TD04 as well. So just put one nut on to show you the manifold, and downpipe I will change the O2 sensor as well, because it's all been taped up. Just gonna build all the turbo kit back on, all bolted. Put the banjo bolt as well because it lines up on the oil filter housing. And then it's got to modify
the oil line.
It's already lines up properly.
Oh, nice.
That's nice, isn't it? Normally you have to do some modification with this boost pipe as well. I'm going to modify this boost pipe, so I'm going to get it straight, get a 90-degree bend, and get a boost pipe, and it should fit on nice snug on the TD04 turbo. You get this all bolted up now, and so I'm going to get the oil return pipe on as well. I'm going to do that now so it bolts on nice to the flange of the head. So the turbo is all bolted on to the head now. Oil return pipe is on as well. I'm just going to put the oil feet pipe on with the banjo bolt now. So it's down there. I'm going to clean it out just as well. This lines up perfectly as well. So hopefully it lines up nice to the oil filter housing. Just got to bolt the exhaust onto the downpipe now as well. Put a gasket on and put a bit of sealer on, so it's nice. So I had to take the turbo kit back off. The reason why, I just supplied customer with a new banjo bolt. I just got to clean it out with brake cleaner. Yeah, that's why. I was tying it up and it just went snap. I didn't even tighten up, just tighten up, and it went weird, so I just loosened it. And it went snap straight away. The threads seem fine. Let's just double check the threads, make sure it's all alright. So that's the first time I've ever seen that actually happen. Snap clean off the head. So I'm going to clean all this one off, put the turbo kit back on, and bolt it up and see what happens. Hopefully it's all fine. So let's get this all cleaned up now, and I'll get back to you when I'm starting putting this on. So that problem is fixed now, it's all tight. Just going to put the clip on to the oil pipe. So I started fabricating the boost pipe, got it all measured properly, so it should slot onto the TD04. Then I decided to take the chair out because we got wiring the E-Manage Blue, which he dropped off with it. So this is where the factory ECU is on the GTs. This is why we took the chair out, because there's not a lot of room to work on it. So it's all wired in now, and I'll get back to you in a couple of days. Hi guys, got the GT on ramp today. It's been a couple of days since I've been working on this, so I've got some time to work on it now. So all I gotta do is fabricate the intercooler, because there's nothing holding it on. Mocked up the boost pipe, what fits onto the turbo now, and gotta fit the wastegate. So the Jubilees are on now, got 2 of them. Just gonna pull it back onto the thermostat housing here, so it just blanks off for the coolant lines for the turbo. So that C-clip is all on now. So the next thing I'm going to do is get the rad in and get this site done, and then I can start working on the boost pipes. Get some Jubilees on the one, this one, and then we can start mounting some brackets for the intercooler to make it sit right, and then we can start the car up and upload a base map on it and see if it runs. So the boost pipe is now officially on. So just gotta fix the intercooler because it's a bit wonky, and we can start doing the oil and filter change and top up the coolant, check for any leaks in the coolant system. So the HT leads will get changed as well, as you see, them bit fogged. So I'm gonna fix them as well. He's gonna supply with new H2 leads or working order H2 leads, and upload the base map, and also we gotta fix some 430 genuine 440s. We just gotta order them, so and then we can put them in and upload the base map. I'm gonna see what it runs like on the stock injectors, but we know it's gonna max it on the dyno. This car's been sat for so long. We'll find out, but we do recommend 430 injectors. Make sure you do get genuine ones, do not get any fake ones, because you're gonna say bye-bye to your piston. So let's just crack on with the work. So I'm just currently draining the oil. So let that to drain, and then I'm gonna just take off this oil filter, as it's not hand tight, so I've got to get some pliers. If it doesn't come out by that, I'm gonna get smack a screwdriver in it, and then that's the only way. Or I might just get my socket on it. So I do have a socket that goes over these oil filters. So I'll let this carry on draining, and then put a new washer on the sump plug, and then we can put some oil in the car as well. And then we can start putting the oil in, and then we can do the coolant, some coolant in as well. So I have already glued up the seal. So put this on hand tight. There we go. So it's all ready to start now. Everything's on. So Sean's just put the computer in, and currently uploading the base map to the ECU. ECU's all wired in. I was about to do a video on it, but it's just way too awkward to do a video because on the GTs it's just right beyond the dash, so there's not a lot of room. So that's why we took the chair out, and uploading the base map. Injectors, we're going to just leave the standard injectors for now, and then put the 430s in. See if it'll run properly. I think it's the injector fault. So just waiting for Sean to upload the map now. Boost packed on, and see if we can get this firing and see what's up with it. So still have the same issue what I came in for. So I'm going to swap out the HT leads. I want to see if that causes the problem at all. that it now? GT's up and running a lot more better than the before. So we're going to fit the injectors, but you'll see that on part 2 on the next video. Went from the dyno, let's see how much it will pull. Comment down below how much you think it's going to pull, what power do you think it's going to make. I'm going to say around about 220, 210. So put your comments down below and guess what it's going to make. And also, before this video ends, I'm actually doing a giveaway on an SSA billet fuel rail. If you want a chance to win one, go on my previous video, link in the description, and follow the steps what I've put on the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.